Emma's phone buzzed with another urgent message from Karen, her supervisor, while she sat in her computer science lecture. At just 19, she was already drowning in a nightmare that would make seasoned professionals quit. Juggling 2 part-time jobs and full-time college, Emma thought she'd found stability when she was hired at a healthcare company for $23 an hour, until they turned her into their personal slave. What started as an administrative position quickly morphed into something unrecognizable. Mary, the CEO, decided Emma was too good at her job. "You'll be our scheduler now," she announced, as if Emma's original responsibilities would magically disappear. Suddenly, Emma found herself scheduling for 5 healthcare workers across 11 different cities, a task that had previously been someone's entire full-time job. The old scheduler had quit from being overworked. Emma should have seen the red flag, but Emma was young, eager, and stupidly optimistic. She created a revolutionary scheduling system that Karen obsessively monitored, constantly praising her amazing work while simultaneously destroying her mental health. Emma was scheduling nurses for home visits, juggling last-minute cancellations, calling patients in English and Spanish, filing complaints against rude nurses, and updating complex systems daily. All while Karen breathed down her neck with her favorite power trip phrase, "When I tell you to do something, you do it now." The breaking point came when Emma realized she was doing 2 full-time jobs for part-time pay, while her coworker Chloe had taken over all of Emma's original administrative duties. Emma was literally training her replacement while still being expected to do both jobs. The absurdity was suffocating. Emma gathered her courage and emailed Mary directly. "I'll do admin or scheduling, not both. My pay and title need to reflect my actual responsibilities." She laid out the facts. Chloe was already doing the admin work because Emma didn't have time. The scheduling was a full-time position, and she couldn't continue this exploitation while returning to school. Mary's response was ice-cold corporate cruelty. "Talking to you is pointless. Your responsibilities don't constitute a raise or title change. If you don't like it, find another job." So Emma did exactly that. She quit on the spot. She cleaned out her desk, told Karen she was leaving. Karen's response: "I do 2 jobs too and never complain." The audacity. And sent her resignation to HR. The freedom felt intoxicating until Mary called, panicking. "Come back," Mary begged, suddenly reasonable. "You'll only do admin work when Chloe needs help. No scheduling on admin days. Performance evaluations are coming up." The implied raise dangled like a carrot. Emma's fatal mistake was believing them. Nothing changed. Absolutely nothing. In their next meeting, Mary and Karen had the nerve to complain about Emma being behind on scheduling, while conveniently ignoring that she'd quit and was working part-time again. They demanded she maintain her previous impossible pace while threatening to replace her with someone who could do both jobs properly. The gaslighting was masterful. They praised her scheduling skills to her face while questioning why it took her so long. They acknowledged the nurses loved their schedules but implied she was somehow inadequate. They wanted the results of a full-time position from someone working part-time hours while taking college classes. Meanwhile, Emma had been accepted to a computer science internship, real experience that would actually build her future, not just pad some CEO's profit margins. The contrast was stark. Stay and be exploited by people who saw her as disposable or invest in her actual career goals. Emma stared at her laptop screen, cursor blinking in the resignation letter she was writing for the 2nd time. At 19, she'd learned a brutal lesson about workplace exploitation, gaslighting, and the audacity of employers who demand everything while offering nothing. She thought about Karen's condescending meetings, Mary's cold manipulation, and the way they'd convinced a teenager to do multiple people's jobs for a fraction of the pay. She thought about her computer science degree, her internship, and the future she was building despite their attempts to trap her. Emma smiled as she typed her final resignation. Some bridges are worth burning when they lead nowhere. Have you ever been exploited by employers who pile on responsibilities without fair compensation? How do you handle toxic supervisors who gaslight and manipulate? Share your workplace horror stories. You're not alone in this struggle.